Movie opening scene, Mortal Shadows, Sub-Zero versus the Bat, int. Wayne Tech Private Lab. Night high-tech, dimly lit blue LED glow softly outlines racks of cutting-edge weapons, suits, and gadgets. Security systems buzz faintly. A bat-shaped drone flutters in idle mode. Whoosh! A sudden blast of icy vapor fills the room. A portal of frost cracks open midair. Sub-Zero, masked, silent, deadly, teleports into the lab, frost still hissing off his armor. His breath visible in the freezing air. He surveys the lab. Cold, calculating eyes scan the bat tech. Sub-Zero, soft in Lin Kuei dialect. So, this is the power of the bat. He moves with precision, stealing EMP Batarang, sonic disruptors, Batclaw grapple gun prototype stealth suit, cryogenic capsule grenades, his eyes narrow at this one. As he walks past a holographic display, it flickers with the image of Bruce Wayne's current location, XT. Gotham's finest rooftop restaurant. Same time Bruce Wayne, in a tailored tux, laughs coolly with a stunning woman in red, wine glasses clinking under the moonlight. Woman. So, Bruce, what really keeps you up at night? Bruce, grinning. Just the usual, bats in the belfry. Suddenly, Bruce's hidden wristwatch blinks red, silent alarm. He leaves an icy bat symbol carved into the wall. Sub-Zero. Let the dark night come. The cold is waiting. Cut to black. Title card, Mortal Shadows to be continued. Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene 2. The Heist Complete EXT. Gotham's finest rooftop restaurant. Night Bruce Wayne's calm facade shatters as his watch pulses with red urgency. His eyes flick to the alert. Breach, Wayne Tech Secure Lab, all systems offline. Woman, playful. Business emergency? Bruce Wayne, faking a smile. You could say that. He kisses her hand gently, stands and heads toward the private elevator, expression now sharp, focused. Int Batcave, Wayne Tech Lab, 10 minutes later. The elevator doors slide open. Darkness, no lights. No hum of machinery, just silence. He flicks a wall switch. Nothing, he walks deeper in. The armor racks, empty. Activate reserve power. Silence, he taps his comms. Bruce, Alfred, do you copy? No response. Bruce Wayne's eyes narrow. His fists clench. He looks up. A single frozen batarang lodged into the bat computer screen, now covered in frost. A message etched in ice. The cold now wears the bat. Flashback cut. Earlier, Sub-Zero fuses. Batman's armor with his cryogenic tech, building a hybrid supersuit infused with EMP disruptors, magnetic grapples, sonic cloaking, prototype nanoblade gauntlets, stealth flight enhancers. He powers it with stolen Ultra EMPs, making him invisible to all modern tech, a ghost in the digital age. Back to Bruce, his calm is gone. His breathing heavy. Bruce Wayne, growling. He thinks he stole Batman. He slams his fist into the iced-over table, cracking it. Bruce Wayne, low, deadly. But he just created something worse. Smash cut to black, title card, to be continued. Next chapter. The Bat Strikes Without a Shadow. Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. The Ice Awakens, int. Wayne Tech Sublevels, night. The emergency power flickers on, just enough to light the lowest chambers. Bruce Wayne, now in a makeshift utility suit cobbled together from spare parts, creeps through the frozen halls of his own fortress. His breath fogs. The walls shimmer with a layer of fresh ice. Temperature dropping rapidly. Bruce, to himself, tense. He's still here, int. Cryo Vault Room, continuous. Suddenly, a massive frost wave bursts from the center of the room. Through the blinding snow mist, a towering figure steps forward. Sub-Zero, now fused with Batman's stolen tech, emerges in full battle ice armor. Cryo-infused bat cowl with glowing blue lenses, reinforced gauntlets crackling with EMP pulses, a cloak of frost that shifts like mist, ice blade gauntlets formed from frozen dark tech. Silent thrusters freezing the air as he floats slightly above the ground. Sub-Zero, voice cold and calm. I've walked through fire. I've faced outworld gods, but the bat was always a mystery I needed to solve. Bruce steps forward, defiant. You didn't solve me. You just broke into my house, Sub-Zero. Then let's end this. No more shadows, no more hiding. Suddenly, Sub-Zero disappears completely. Not cloaked. Not blurred, undetectable. All tech, sonar, thermal vision, useless. Bruce activating a neural tracker. He's using the Ultra EMPs to bend detection fields. Brilliant. A sharp crack echoes. Bruce spins. Nothing. Another behind him. He dodges, barely avoiding a blast of ice that shatters the metal wall beside him. Intense cat and mouse battle begins. Batman, stripped of his usual toys, uses echo pulses from exposed pipes, spray paint lines to catch invisibility trails, manual combat skills to anticipate Sub-Zero's attacks. They clash, ice against raw will. Blades against fists, strategy versus stealth. Finale of scene. Batman's suit is freezing over, his left arm nearly numb. Sub-Zero appears inches away, ice blade at Bruce's throat. Sub-Zero, you fight without fear, but the cold, it always wins. Batman, growling, then I'll break it! He slams an old EMP capacitor core straight into Sub-Zero's armor. Short circuit. A massive blue shockwave erupts, sending both men flying, cut to black. Silence to be continued. Next chapter, when fire rises. Mortal Shadow's Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 4. The Omega Freeze Int. Wayne Tech Armory Chamber. Moments later, the cryosmoke clears. Sub-Zero lays unconscious, sparks flickering from his hybrid suit, EMP capacitor core overloaded, but only temporarily. Batman, bruised and bloodied, limps through the shattered hallway using every ounce of strength. His makeshift suit is cracked and frozen in parts. Batman, panting. I need firepower fast. He reaches a manual vault, punches in a hidden override code, and pulls open a steel chamber containing a flamethrower gauntlet prototype, explosive gel charges, an old plasma disruptor launcher, barely tested, and one last resort, the Wayne Tech Pulsebreaker Spear. He grabs what he can, but suddenly, a low, vibrating hum fills the air. Behind him, crunch! Batman spins around. Sub-Zero rises from the rubble, now fully activated in the Omega armor. Armor forged from Wayne Tech's indestructible alloys fused with Outworld cryogenic cores. Shoulders emit zero-point cold that bends reality around them. Chest emblem pulsing with dark blue energy. An icy, corrupted bat symbol, Sub-Zero. Voice deeper, echoed. You had your chance, Detective. Now, you'll shatter. He hurls an ice bomb. Boom! The room erupts into a shockwave of absolute zero. Batman is sent flying, smashes into the concrete wall, cracks spidering across the surface. He slides down, coughing blood, barely moving. His HUD flickers, vision blurs. Batman, groaning, bloodied. Armor. Can't stop. Everything. Sub-Zero approaches, step by thunderous step, cold following in his wake. Sub-Zero. You were always prepared, always one step ahead, but you never prepared for me. He raises his gauntlet, forming a jagged ice spear, Sub-Zero. Sleep now, Dark Knight. Suddenly, a small signal beeps from Batman's belt. He smirks through the pain. Batman whispers, I always plan for second chances. Cut to black. To be continued. Next chapter. The Return. Mortal Shadow's Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 5. Frozen Time in T. All Wayne Tech sublevel, main hall, night. The room trembles. Sub-Zero, fully infused with Omega armor, radiates a terrifying presence. His eyes glowing with frost fire, his breath freezing the air itself. A soft, eerie hum begins to rise around him. Sub-Zero, low, calm. You won't survive the cold truth. Then he vanishes flash step. Boom! He reappears mid-air, striking Batman with superhuman speed, enhanced by flash freezing time manipulation. Each blow lands faster than lightning. 1, 2, 3, unblockable. Batman tries to counter, too late. Sub-Zero warps again, strikes his back, then appears in front and unleashes an icy shockwave, slamming Batman across the room. Int glass chamber, same time. Batman crashes through a reinforced glass wall, spiraling into metal consoles, sparks flying everywhere. he hits the ground, hard. His leg, twisted ribs cracked. Breathing shallow, blood trickles from his mouth. His suit's HUD flickers, neural links fail. He tries to move, nothing, paralyzed. Sub-Zero approaches, slowly, powerfully. The frost around him now coats every inch of the chamber, the walls splintering from the cold. Sub-Zero, stoic, final. You fought with will, but flesh is weak. You are not the Bat. You are mortal. He kneels over Batman, raises both hands, and channels a blizzard vortex. Ice shoots from his palms and envelops Bruce's entire body, freezing him solid. Only his eyes remain moving, blinking, furious. Sub-Zero, darkly. Your war is over. He opens a portal, a swirling pit of blue fire and shadow. The air howls like 1,000 tortured voices, the Netherrealm. Sub-Zero lifts the frozen Batman effortlessly, steps through the portal. The ice closes behind them. Int, Netherium, dimensional void. The skies burn with purple lightning. Rivers of frozen lava pulse beneath icy peaks. Souls scream in silence. Batman, frozen, bound, and caged in ice, a prisoner of two worlds now. Sub-Zero, voice echoing as he walks away. You wanted justice, but now you'll witness eternal cold. Cut to black. To be continued. Next chapter. A Hellfire reignites. Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene 6. The Cold God and the Escape, Int. Frozen mountains pierce through black clouds. Within a towering glacier temple, Batman remains bound, cracks forming on the ice from his silent resistance. Suddenly, Sub-Zero levitates above the altar, surrounded by ancient cryo runes. The Omega armor fractures and reforms, fusing with Netherrealm magic. Sub-Zero transforms into the eternal cold god, skin crystalline and glowing ice-blue eyes blinding white with cold flame. A cloak made from a living blizzard, his voice echoes like shattering glaciers, eternal cold god, Sub-Zero. I am no longer warrior. I am the end of warmth, the final frost. He hurls a frozen orb of absolute stillness. It locks the Citadel in suspended time. Inti. Citadel. Lower chamber. While Sub-Zero ascends to power, Batman, his will unbreakable, spots a glitch. A dimensional crack rippling behind a cursed mirror, possibly triggered by the unstable fusion of cryo-magic and Netherrealm energy. Batman whispers, "Not a crack." Using a microcharge hidden in his damaged glove, he detonates a pulse against the mirror. It shatters, opening a shimmering portal just as, boom! Sub-Zero detects him. Eternal cold god, roaring, "You will not leave the cold." Batman, limping and bleeding, dives, whoosh! Unknown desert island, sunrise. A violent burst of frost rips through the sky, and Batman falls, hard, into white sand under a burning orange sun. His suit is scorched and cracked, frost still steaming from his armor. Waves, no tech, no tools, no civilization, just Bruce Wayne, stranded alone. He stands, barely able to breathe, and looks toward the rising sun. Batman, weakly, desert, sun, fire. He turns toward the heat, knowing one thing. He must rebuild. From nothing, cut to black. Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 8. The Gathering Storm, Int. Netherium, the Frosted Throne Chamber. A storm of frost and dark energy rages around a growing structure, Sub-Zero's cold fortress, now infused with energy from both realms. Sub-Zero, now stripped of the bulky Omega armor, returns to his classic ninja form, sleek, silent, and lethal. But this time, he is reborn as something more. His armor emits deep frost lightning. His mask glows with a pulsing sapphire blue intensity, reacting to every shift in the realm behind his glowing eyes. Eons of frost mastery and pure rage. Sub-Zero, stoic, dark. They have fire. They have will. Let them burn. I'll freeze it all. He stands before a ritual circle, ancient nether scrolls swirling in icy wind. He slams his palms down. Whoosh! Two warriors begin to take form from the storming ice and corrupted magic. Toxic Frost, a spectral clone assassin with green venom, ice flowing through his veins. Shadow Step Speed, ability to multiply into toxic frost clones, can melt and reform from gaseous mist. Ultra Iron Freeze, a brutal juggernaut fused from cryocore armor, blood-bending manipulation to freeze inner organs, earth-bending powers to crush landscapes with frost-tipped stone fists, emits red mist from his chest, remnants of warriors frozen from within Sub-Zero, commanding, "Find the bat. Make the earth remember the cold, EXT. Desert Island, evening. A deep rumble shakes the shoreline. Batman, now in his hell-frozen batsuit, turns sharply. Above, a meteor burns through the sky, but not orange, purple. It slams into the island, cracking the earth with a boom so loud it silences nature itself. Purple smoke and heat distort reality as the crater pulses. Batman, shielding his face, "That's not from this world." Suddenly, his suit spikes with warning signals. Unknown life forms, high power level. "Incoming!" The smoke clears. Standing in the center of the crater, two silhouettes emerge. The other, armored in pride, eyes fierce with fury. Goku and Vegeta Goku, grinning. "Whoa, this place is intense." Vegeta, arms crossed, scowling. "Looks like we arrived in time. Who froze this rock?" Batman steps into view, limping slightly but battle-ready. "Batman, you're not enemies. Good. Because war is coming." Above, lightning cracks. The sky turns darker blue. A new icy storm brews over the sea. Sub-Zero's army is already on the move. Cut to black to be continued. Next chapter. Cyan Fire versus the Cold War Clan. Mortal Shadows. Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 9. Frozen War World, EXT. Frozen Earth, planet surface, night. Earth is no longer what it once was. Entire continents buried beneath glaciers, ancient cities flash frozen in place, oceans turn to jagged ice valleys. The sun dims behind Sub-Zero's frozen dome, locking the world in eternal winter. XT Offworld, another planet. The island crater, night. The ground shakes again. Batman, standing between Goku and Vegeta, watches as the fallout of the purple meteor still simmers across the cracked sand. Winds howl with eerie pressure. Their eyes scan the island's edge. Suddenly, 6 cloaked figures rise from ice-formed portals all around the island. The Super Ninja Clan. Each a lethal version of Sub-Zero, deadly, modified, and unified in war. Each wears a color-coded ninja cloak fused with both. Cryo-essence stolen Wayne Tech gadgets, hybrid alien energy. Ninja 1, AR Key. Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 9. Vortex of War, XT. Frozen Earth, twilight. The world is wrapped in frost. Mountains once green are now silent glaciers. Oceans stiffen under creeping ice. The sun struggles behind a haze of Sub-Zero clouds. On a far-off battlefield, 6 super ninjas emerge, each cloaked in elemental cold armor, their colors pulsing. Crimson, teal, silver, obsidian, gold, and violet. They look like reflections of Sub-Zero, but each fused with Wayne Tech Ultra gadgets mixed cryotech weaponry, bending powers, ice, wind, gravity. Their movement is precise. Calculated deadly. They take formation around the heart of the ice island. Cracked sky above, nightfall. 2 glowing blue orbs spiral down from orbit, trailing mist and energy. Drum shakes the battlefield. Boom! The orbs crash into the ice. The ground fractures beneath the impact. From the steam, nothing emerges. Silence, tension. Eyes locked, Goku, focused. Whoever they are, they're not just energy. There's something else. Vegeta, arms folded, smirking. More insects for me to crush. Batman narrows his eyes, scanning the ice fog, and Sub-Zero's fortress, Netherrealm Peak. A chill falls over the cold throne. Suddenly, 2 purple portals snap open beside Sub-Zero. From them step 2 masked ninjas. One cloaked in deep red, the other cloaked in spectral blue. Their bodies ripple and glitch, shape-shifting slightly with every movement. Red Ninja, distorted voice. "We found you. Cold God." Blue Ninja, echoing. The Ice Triad is now whole. Without a word, Sub-Zero steps forward. He extends his hands. Dark frost surges out, combining with their auras. The energy collides and begins to fuse. A new power surges through the realm. The trio begins glowing with layered ice-fire energy. Lightning arcs from their limbs. The very wind freezes around them. XT, battlefield. Seconds later, a howling sound grows above the frozen horizon. Suddenly, a massive blue frozen vortex opens in the sky. Time bends. Hum! Sub-Zero steps through the vortex, his armor now more ancient and mythical, etched in runes. At his side, the shifting red ninja, blades forming from shadow, the glitching blue ninja, warping like a ghost of frost, they land, yards from Batman, Goku, and Vegeta. They do not speak, they simply stand, watching, breathing cold into the air. Goku, quietly. Okay, now I feel it. Batman, activating Sonic Gauntlet. This is it. Vegeta, smirking. Finally, something worth killing. The ice crackles between them. The frozen earth holds its breath. The final war begins, cut to black. To be continued. Next chapter. Battle Cry. Science, Shadows, and the Cold God.
Mortal Shadows. Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 10. The world answers the cold. Ext. Frozen Earth. Island of the Final Stand, Night. The battlefield is pure chaos, yet perfectly still. The Sub-Zero army, now 12 elite super ninjas standing in tight formation, face forward like living frost statues. Each one different, cloaked in metallic armor glowing with cryo-energy and ancient glyphs. Their eyes alone can freeze a soul, glowing white-blue with piercing intensity. Sub-Zero, voice warped, slowly steps forward in his new cold god form. He looks toward Batman with a sinister calm, then suddenly mimics Batman's voice perfectly. Sub-Zero in Batman's voice. Bring the cold. He raises his hand, fingers curled like a claw. The Ninja Clan screeches in unnatural tones, then vanish in streaks of ice vapor. The attack has begun. Batman doesn't flinch. He taps his gauntlet, a red pulse signal. Ext orbit above Earth, moments later. Suddenly, the stars shift. A shape uncloaks just outside the atmosphere. A massive blacked-out shuttle, sleek like a predator, begins descending silently. The cloaked ship glows faintly purple and gold, carrying forces from two universes, DC. Marvel United. Inside, voices begin to rise. Wonder Woman, strapping gauntlets. We move as one. Thor, lifting Mjolnir. Let the frost meet thunder. Spider-Man, adjusting lenses. Okay, so are we not friends with the Ice Ninjas? Flash, smirking. Not unless you like being a popsicle. Storm, eyes glowing. The sky answers their cold with fury. Green Lantern. Let's light this place up. The ship blazes down like a meteor. EXT. Battlefield. Seconds later, Goku, Vegeta, and Batman stand together as the ground starts shaking from impact. From above, shh, boom! The DC Marvel Alliance lands in a massive shockwave, kicking up frozen dust. Heroes from both worlds emerge from the ramp, lined up in full force behind Batman. Batman, quietly to Sub-Zero, you wanted a war. Sub-Zero, grinning. You brought fire to a glacier. Suddenly, everything explodes into chaos. Superman flies in, fist first, clashing with Ultra Iron Freeze, ice shards splintering off his cape. Thor summons lightning, splitting the sky and raining electric fire on the ninja horde. Wolverine slices through two frost clones, roaring in bloodlust. Storm battles toxic frost in midair, thunder clashing against poison clouds. Flash phases through one ninja, only to be caught by a gravity ice trap. Goku and Vegeta power up together, screaming as the island quakes beneath their energy. Batman dual wields frost-resistant gauntlet blades, locked in hand-to-hand combat with Sub-Zero's blue ninja assassin. The screen cuts between flash-speed battles, gods colliding, and ice breaking under fire and fury. The island becomes a battlefield of legends. To be continued. Next chapter. Legacy of Flame, the final clash of universes.
Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 13. Eternal Frost, Rise of the Frozen Legion, EXT. Frozen Earth, War Zone, Night. A frozen thunderstorm crashes in the sky, and the battlefield below becomes hell wrapped in ice. The 6 super ninjas, pulsing with elite cryo-energy infused elemental tech, unleash a storm of devastation. Ice winds slice across the land like blades. Ice bombs detonate with earth-shaking booms, snow, and fire collide as magic-infused frost rains down. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are hit by a combined blast. Boom! They go flying, crashing into the frozen stone and ice slabs. Superman slams into a glacier pillar. Wonder Woman crashes through frozen steel. Batman rolls across jagged ice, blood streaking his armor. Batman, wincing. They're coordinated, controlled like a hive. From the smoke, Batman rises with bleeding grit, hurls his bat rings with precision. Ping! Ping ping! They ricochet between three ninjas. Boom! Explosions erupt in sync, disrupting the rhythm of the Frost assault. Suddenly, Sub-Zero screams to the heavens. His form erupts in ice flame. Eternal God form unleashed. Ice wings burst from his back. Armor glows with sapphire glyphs. Eyes become stars of frozen time. His voice trembles the planet Sub-Zero, echoing across the world. Witness the final winter. I am eternal. The red and blue shifting ninjas appear mid-air, spinning, fusing their powers. Omega Ice Blast! It strikes Superman directly in the chest, blasting him backward. His cape burns from the frost, and he crashes unconscious into the side of a glacier, frozen in place. Sub-Zero stomps forward. Thoom, thoom, thoom. Every footstep causes ultra-freezing shockwaves, each one turning the battlefield into shards of glass-like ice. Vegeta erupts in fury, his Super Saiyan blue aura raging. Vegeta. You think we're afraid of frost? He fires a final flash burst, knocking back two of the fused Tech Ice ninjas, their bodies skidding across the terrain before shattering from the force. But then, the ground splits apart. Crack! The entire battlefield shifts. From the cracks in the earth, they rise. Ice zombie ninjas, tens of thousands hissing. Some still in DC and Marvel armor, frozen, corrupted. Batman, staring, horrified. He's using the dead against the living. Wonder Woman, readying sword. Then we send them all back. Eyes sharp, arms crossed. A mysterious Super Saiyan. He says nothing, only smirks. Goku to Vegeta. You feel that? Vegeta, nodding. That's not just power, that's warning. The two Saiyans blast forward, flying full force across the battlefield, dodging zombie ninjas, ice blasts, and crumbling terrain toward the unknown warrior. The stage is no longer a battlefield, it is now a warped world of frost, death, and destiny. To be continued. Next chapter. Frozen Bloodlines. The Secret of the Saiyan in the Ice. Mortal Shadows, Rise of the Cold Bat Scene, 14, The Unknown Flame, XD. Sky above the frost-ravaged island. Night Goku and Vegeta blast forward, cutting through the smoke and frost-choked air like twin comets of blazing energy. The battlefield shrinks below them, chaos frozen in time as they lock onto the mysterious energy signature. High on an icy ridge, the edge of the world. The wind is still, the ice reflects strange purple light, and there, standing silently, arms folded, cape billowing in the cold, a new Saiyan warrior. A glowing crimson-red cape flows like liquid fire, purple hair spiked high, shimmering with divine energy. His aura pulses red and violet, bending reality around him. His face is calm, but his eyes flicker with galaxy energy, ancient, focused. He radiates something beyond Super Saiyan God, a form not seen before. Goku and Vegeta land across from him, fists clenched, eyes locked in. Goku, curious. Whoa, I've never felt energy like yours. Are you... Vegeta, tense. That aura, it's not just Saiyan. It's something else, something broken. The mysterious Saiyan looks at them, silent. Then finally, he speaks in a calm, distorted tone. Mysterious Saiyan, you've chased the frost while ignoring the fire. I've been watching. I've seen the fall, the betrayal, the convergence. I am not from your timeline. I am what was buried by the cold god himself. He slowly steps forward, and with every step, the ice around his feet melts into glowing violet steam. Goku, stepping forward, smiling slightly. You talk like you're a ghost, but your power's real. He raises one hand, and from his palm forms a glowing orb of violet flame and ice combined. Mysterious Saiyan. You'll know when the world stops turning, and he arrives. He turns his back and walks toward the horizon, vanishing into thin air, like a glitch in reality. Vegeta, furious. Hey, don't walk away from us! He powers up, but Goku puts a hand on his shoulder. Goku, softly. Wait, he's not running. He's waiting for something worse. They look back over the edge of the cliff. The battlefield is swarmed with ice zombie ninjas, Sub-Zero's forces, and the fallen heroes struggling to rise again. And somewhere beneath it all, a storm brews darker than frost, to be continued. Next chapter. The Saiyan That Time Forgot. Rise of the Flame Ghost. Mortal Shadows. Rise of the Cold Bat Scene. 15. The Death Below, the Smirk Above, XT. Battlefield. Frozen Earth. Nightfall bleeds red. The war rages on, fury and frost clashing like titans in slow motion. DC and Marvel heroes push back with all their might, but Sub-Zero's Frozen Legion begins to tilt the war toward darkness. Wonder Woman, slashing through ice zombies with precision and grace, suddenly turns to face one of the fused super ninjas, a monstrosity of toxic mist and tech-enhanced frost blades. She raises her sword, but she's too late! Shinki! The ninja impales her through the chest, the blade laced with hyper-freezing plasma. Her body stiffens instantly, encased in solid ice. She doesn't fall. She freezes mid-battle stance, her final expression one of shock and defiance. Superman, roaring. No! He blasts through a wave of enemies, vaporizing them with heat vision, but his focus is shattered. That's when it happens! Boom! 5 ice zombie ninjas move in at hyper-shattering speed, almost invisible to the eye. They flash around him, cutting off every angle, each wielding a cursed frost blade infused with nether magic. Before Superman can react, slash! They strike in perfect formation. A scream of energy, then silence. Superman drops to one knee, then collapses. His cape flutters, freezing in place. The Man of Steel is no more. Cut to the frozen cliffs far away. The mysterious Saiyan halts in mid-step, eyes closed, then slowly opens them. He senses it. The death of Superman echoes like a cosmic ripple. He turns his head slightly, still facing away from Goku and Vegeta. Then he smirks. Goku, tense. What was that? Did someone just... Vegeta, furious. Kakarot, what is going on? This guy, he's not reacting like one of us. Suddenly, in a flicker of red and violet flame, the mysterious Saiyan vanishes. No energy trail, no sound. Goku, serious. I think he knew. He let it happen. The skies darken even more. The battlefield becomes silent just for a moment. Superman's fall weighs over everyone. Even Sub-Zero pauses, smiling beneath his mask. To be continued. Next chapter, a god falls, a ghost rises.